enough people were keen. They wanted to hear my opinion on magnetic shark deterrents that you wear on your person. I was told about these things over a year ago. I actually found a study that was done. I'm going to talk about what I read and saw. So there is a couple of reasons why you might want to use one. How would I do that? I'm going to put that as P. And the first one I'm going to put as surf. I'm going to put P because I don't want to give that away. Maybe you can guess. So firstly, sharks. Let's draw a shark's nose like that. That's good enough. And there's the eye. And they have these dots. These little dots. She's happy. Good, make it a she. I won't draw that. Those dots there, fish don't have these. They are called the ampullae of Lorenzini. And what they are is they are electroreceptors. So the shark has a lateral line system like a fish that can detect pressure changes in the water. Hearing, that's pressure as well, but at different frequency. What we have as well, believe it or not, we don't have a lateral line though. That would be fucking interesting. They have eyes, so they can see, which is pretty cool. They have a reflective layer at the back of the eye, so that they have better vision in darkness than a human would. Which shows that an animal like this has a whole bunch of sensory systems that work in an environment where it could be hunting in dirty water. It could be hunting where it can't see properly. The ampullae of Lorenzini, I don't know the radius of how far it can feel in electrical. I can't remember it. If a fish was swimming, it would feel the twitching and electrical signals that are given off from that fish. Before I go on, there is another type of shark shield that's like, that'll go on your ankle, so that's a foot. They draw a foot and a leg, and it goes on your ankle like that. Fuck, it looks like, and it's got this long tail on it, and it has two like arcing points, and they, in the water, it generates a pulse of electricity, and I believe that they work quite well. So that's the theory behind that one. These other ones here, let's draw another manky foot. They are like a strap that has a little magnet, or quite a big magnet, quite a hectic magnet on it, and that obviously, you know, affects the shark's ampullae of Lorenzini. So when a shark moves in, that's our, oh my god, no, we're not doing that today. We'll make it pointier so it doesn't resemble that. That's the eye. So when the shark moves in, there's a disturbance of the ampullae of Lorenzini, and that's the theory behind how they work. And you see a lot of footage of these things where the shark will go, oh, I'm not happy, and it'll turn away in that. But this is an ambient sensing system, so that system sits there for its entire life. And if it's affected in a certain way, of course it's going to go, oh, what the fuck's happening to me? What is this? But you have to think about how long does it take for an animal to go, okay, I'm starting to figure out that food is more important. Particularly in a lot of these videos, they'll put a sock full of fish meat to test it. And they don't show the length of time. And this is what the study did. It showed the length of time that it took a shark to get over the irritation. And I don't think it was that long. I can't remember the exact amount of time, but it wasn't that long until they were happy to feed.
There he goes. Motherfucker. Get the fuck, give me back my damn. I think he got it that time.
Fuck, that looks dreadful. This whole thing looks dreadful. But anyway, we're going to keep going with it. What happened, right, was the study showed that the fall-off radius, I think it was about 300 mil. I'm going to say, which is 30 centimeters, you know, let's say that, whatever. That's how big after that, it's negligible. Let's even give them benefit of the doubt and double that. You can do with that what you want. If you're going to go spearfishing and you're worried about sharks and you want to wear something on your person that has an area of disruption at that amount, I struggle to get that close to sharks. And you guys know what we're like with sharks. I try my best to, because that's where I like to film. Not only is it that's the radius, let's say, that's only going to protect a portion of your body, but the sharks do get over the fear and enter that zone. If you want to talk about a great white shark, let's say we have someone on the surface here. They're wearing the bracelet thing. They're a silhouette because the sun's here. This giant ancient predator is down. Oh my god. Giant ancient predator. Fuck this. The majestic great white shark. That's like a fucking dolphin. I'm gonna give up. You've got a great white here with a fin, a tail, and a face and an eye. When a great white comes to breach, apparently they move 60 feet in 2 seconds. That's 20 meters in 2 seconds. They accelerate. So if you're gonna, let's say, take that distance there and figure out if a great white's moving 20 meters in 2 seconds to hit something, by the time it enters that zone, I mean, I don't even have to talk about that, do I? What is the time? How long was it in that zone? So this is more for like your reef sharks and curious sharks and things when you're spearfishing, I guess, they look like ghostly squiggles and they're going to be coming up to you, and that might make you feel safe. Now the word here is blah with a capital L for no reason, SIBO, and surf. So if I was going to recommend something like that, like where I would see benefit, there is great benefit in spearfishing in feeling safe, mentally feeling safe, and taking burden off. And I'm going to put in another bad thing. So we're going to talk about placebo. So if you feel safer and it makes you feel safer, then there is a benefit to it. Certainly. And if you feel safe with that thing on you, and you do understand that it does have an effect on sharks, it does have an effect on a shark coming up to you initially, if they come up to your leg at that certain spot, unless you wear 4 of them on, wrists and ankles, then, and that makes you feel better, then by all means go out and do that, because that's a good thing. Now, if you're a surfer, right, and you're on your board, that's your board and that's the water, and you've got your leg off the back, let's say you got 2 legs off the back, and you wear one of these things, and it's filthy, dirty water, and there may be like an angry little sandbar or something. He's got it inverted. He's totally broken. Fuck, today's drawings is so bad. That might be beneficial. So I'm talking about spearfishing, and I'm talking about, the question is, would I use one? I'll always put it back to that. That may be beneficial. That may be beneficial to get a shark to be like, oh, I don't like that. A curious animal, not something that's coming up with extreme force and speed that weighs, 500 kilos or whatever. There is sexual innuendo all through this. That may be a benefit. So we'll tick that and we'll tick that. This here is an issue. I don't know the answer to this, but I believe that if you wear a very powerful magnet on your person, that you can have iron in the blood pooling in that zone. If I draw that, it's going to go downhill. And maybe an actual scientist or a doctor or someone who actually knows what they're talking about could step in, and denial could confirm that that's a thing, or how that would work if that is an issue, and then after the fact it's fine. I mean, I know iron's pretty important when you're freediving. In fact, it's very, very important. But that's just something to consider. And that's where I see benefit in it. So if you didn't get any info from that, and the whole thing was just trash, then I hope you at least enjoyed my drawings, because that's the fun part for me.